Hello and welcome back to Watercat Gaming with another episode of Fallout New Vegas, and am I excited for today's episode? Yes I am. We finally got Arcade Gannon to open up to us, and that means a quest I have never done, which is astounding and embarrassing. But I'm excited for you to come on the ride with me. Now, he opened up to us that he knows about the Enclave. Now, this blows my mind because maybe this says too much about me, but the Enclave is absolutely fascinating, so I'm excited to see it from a New Vegas-y perspective. Now, I do know some of the people that Arcade Gannon is wanting. As far as the list of people that are in the Enclave that we need to go reach out to, I found Cannibal Johnson. And he had quite the story to tell, but I was very confused about what his purpose was. I had also never ran into Cannibal Johnson before, so now at least we know he has a purpose. Also, Dr. Henry, who fixed Rex's brain. Daisy Whitman is very familiar, but I can't quite place where she is, so we're probably actually going to go to Dr. Henry first, because I haven't talked to him in a bit, and I haven't really seen how the mutants are, so let's go check on them. Now, I say mutants because Jacobstown is where Dr. Henry is. As usual, beautiful, full of trees, and Marcus is protecting things, along with his other mutant pals. Let us hope for mutant peace in the future. And then the Brotherhood's like, no. New Vegas Brotherhood will spoil you because they're not, like, eradicating multiple forms of life. And then they're a little easier to deal with since they're underground. Hey, Dr. Henry?
Is there something else I can do for you?
Yes. Arcade Gannon here has asked me to gather all of the former members of the Enclave in the Mojave. You're one of them. I have so many questions, Henry.
I'm intrigued, so I'll go to this reunion. I'll be handing things over to Calamity, so talk to her if anything comes up. Oh, you'll need my word from the passphrase to get into the bunker. Friends. Don't forget it.
I'll be there for you. I didn't expect him to be so just open to that, so... how is the research for the Night King cure going? Now that I, told you it wasn't safe for Lily.
Promising, but I won't be able to synthesize the drug anytime soon. I really should get back to my work.
Of course. All right, well, I'll see you later.
Yes.
Doc Henry always was a hard one to figure out. It didn't seem to matter whether he was working with humans or dogs. He had an equal lack of affection for both. A regular Diogenes. I'm not sure what the man was after. Knowledge is power, but to what end for Henry, I have no idea. The problem was what mattered to him, not its practical impact. He simply solved riddles because they existed.
See, this is why the Enclave is so fascinating. They have a multiple, just extreme facet of different skills that they hoarded so that they could survive, basically to take over the world when the war was over. But either way, it was the work that mattered to him. Seems pointless to do it all without a goal, though.
I'm sure Henry has goals. He was just more concerned with the how than the why of things. Being in the Enclave didn't really mean much to him. I guess I'm lucky that I'm part of the followers. Helping people as a doctor is important, but with the followers, it feels different. It feels like we're working towards something more important. That's more than the sum of the good deeds that we do.
That's great. Honestly, I wish you could have been here with me earlier because Henry was very understanding about the fact that Lily would only get sicker. You know, he let her make that decision, and she cannot make decisions on her own, so that's actually very nice. I mean, she can, but she also thinks that I'm her grandson named Jimmy. I think that this is Cannibal Johnson's cave. I thought it was a marked location, but it doesn't seem to be, but I do remember it being down the road here. So let's go the way that I know. Oh! Rex is just levitating. That's great. This is definitely looking like the correct way to go, because I remember being surprised that he lived in a cave that was just by an interstate overpass. Guys, I died and never did this, but I have done it. Well, because I have messed up in the saves at some point, I'm gonna go ahead and talk to him again because he does have a story, and obviously you have to. When your name is Cannibal Johnson, you have to have a story. but it's a little more than that, so I'm gonna go ahead and go through that again. If you're not into that, go ahead and skip to where I ask him about Arcade Gannon. Alrighty.
Well, it's about damn time. What took you? Oh,
You were expecting someone else?
I've been in the Reaper's shadow for a long time now, and I thought he'd finally showed up to collect. He's just mocking me now.
You sound very eager to die.
There's a twitch in my trigger finger. I've lost my eagle eyes, and the other day I could have sworn I heard Sergeant Dornan chewing me out. I'm old, and I'm starting to feel it. It's not pleasant, especially when you know your mind's slipping away. And we all gotta go sometime. But I was hoping for something a little more heroic.
Well, then I might have something for you. Now, I know from the previous time I talked to him, if you ask him about the military, now we know why he has the weird box that bothered me, that I will show you in a minute. But also, he's not very forthcoming about this. So let's go ahead and say you served in the military?
Yeah. It was a long time ago. Things were better back then.
Now this is the most important thing. Tell me about yourself. Your name's Cannibal Johnson.
What do you want to know?
So, are you a cannibal?
I'm not saying. It's part of my mystique, after all.
Oh, it sounds like there's an interesting story behind that.
The truth of it is that I did cut out a raider's heart, but only took a bite to mess with his buddies. They had me surrounded, and I went with the first thing that came to mind. Some ran, and the rest were startled just long enough.
So you live out here by yourself?
Sure do. Had a wife for a while. Tribal girl, really pretty eyes. But she's been gone a long time now.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and talk about something else. Still, great to know Cannibal Johnson.
Well, ain't like I've got places to be.
Well, Arcade asked me to gather all the remaining members of the Enclave in the Mojave. So that heroic ending you want? Are you ready for it?
Thought I recognized the fellow with you. So what's this reunion all about then?
Oh, at least he's gonna ask some questions. He thinks your experience and technology will help resolve the conflict in this region.
Well, now there's an interesting idea. Do a bit of good before we're all dead and forgotten. You can count me in. Oh, and in case Arcade forgot to mention it, there's a 5-word passphrase needed to get into the bunker. My word is Auld. Appropriate, huh?
If I had to pick anyone who didn't belong in the Enclave, it would definitely be Johnson. He hated what the Enclave was doing. Day to day, week to week, he would question orders, subvert mission objectives, do anything he could to serve without serving. It's amazing he was never court-martialed. He always had good things to say about my father. Said I was like him in a lot of ways. I wish I knew.
I'm sure your father would be proud of you, Arcade.
I wonder if he would. It's pointless, I know, but sometimes I wonder what he wanted me to be. Maybe being a doctor in the middle of Nevada wasn't exactly what he had in mind for his little boy.
Well, I'm not really sure what he could expect. You're alive. I think that is probably what he wanted the most. Well, it looks like the other one is not too far off, and it's over by the sharecropper farms. I say it. It's a person. Don't call people it. Okay. Them. Human. Person. Well, it looks like the next person is living in this house. Okay, yes. I doubt I've met them before then. Oh, looks like Doc Mitchell's house. Hello, Orion.
Looks like I forgot to lock the doors again. If you're with the NCR, get out. This place is mine, and I'm not leaving.
He doesn't have much to ask, so I'll go ahead and get into it. Arcade and I were looking for you. We're gathering the remnants.
Been a while, Arcade. So, what's the point of all this? Can't find any younger mercenaries?
Your level of tech would be useful in settling things between the NCR and the Legion.
Is that right? The million-dollar question is, who exactly are we settling?
Do you have a preference?
I wouldn't mind cutting down a few platoons of NCR troopers with my old Gatling laser.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with, are you coming to this thing or what? Because there's gonna be a lot more information at the meeting, I'm sure. Also, it's really not about either of them. I have a robot friend. And Mr. House is dead. Who you're not even mentioning, probably because he's dead. Yeah, are you coming to this thing or what?
Oh, I'll come. But depending on the plan, I might not be staying. Keep that in mind.
No, that's
Arcade
entirely
might
fine.
have mentioned there's a passphrase needed to get into the bunker. My part is remember.
Okay, so remember old friends so far? We'll see. So what did you do when you were with the Enclave?
Heavy weapons trooper.
Should've guessed.
Nothing better than hosing down a target with an excess of bullets and laser fire. By the time I got through with things, not much was left standing. Any morons who didn't run when they saw me coming got what they deserved. Back then, it was war. If we'd been on the winning side, I'd be called a hero.
Yeah, that's how wars work. Okay. Goodbye.
What's up?
That guy concerns me more than the other
Moreno
one.
took the fall of the Enclave hard. He never questioned his orders, never questioned the legitimacy of what the Enclave was doing. To him, it was all one unbroken chain, from Washington to Richardson. When we left Navarro, I remember looking up at Moreno. He said, "Kiss America goodbye, boys." When we left the Enclave behind, the love in him burned itself out. Now there's just a bitter old man left.
Okay, well, I'm surprised he's not out there getting fiends or something. I'm actually very torn on this. Part of me wants to say let go. I just came from the Sierra Madre. Maybe we shouldn't be hard on him because it is part of who he is. Maybe that's terrifying, but maybe he wouldn't be like this, you know, if we wouldn't have had to have the world go through this. You know what I'm saying?
I suppose you're right. When you're part of something for that long, maybe it's impossible to let go without losing part of yourself. Moreno may be a stubborn son of a bitch, but at least he's loyal.
Yeah. You never really know. He still kind of creeps me out, though. Well, the next person is outside of Miguel's pawn shop. I wonder if it's that nice old guy.
For miles?
It is! It's the nice old guy.
Sticking around for the attractions?
Arcade asked me to find you. I'm gathering the remnants.
Hello, Arcade. Making some new friends, are you? Why the need for a bunch of old war horses like us?
You'll be an element of surprise.
Swooping in on a vertibird, guns blazing? Haven't done that in years, but all right, I'm in. None of this means a thing if the rest of the group doesn't show up, though. Oh, and you'll need my part of the passphrase to get into the bunker. Navarro.
Okay, we need one more word. But go ahead and tell me about the old days.
I miss those days sometimes. We all had a purpose, you know? I admit that some of the folks in charge were pretty ruthless. The rest of us, though, we were just trying to civilize things. The NCR was still new, and it didn't look like they'd last all that long. Then we lost the oil rig, and shortly after that, the base at Navarro. Nobody left except us remnants.
Oh, yes. Is there anything else that you can tell me? Actually, we're gonna go ahead and do this. If you don't know about the Enclave oil rig for any reason, you should know.
Internal sabotage took down the oil rig. Never did get the full story. The NCR took out Navarro, saying we posed a threat to the region.
Okay, well, I was hoping he would explain it. You see, the Enclave actually went out and lived on an oil rig.
Uh-huh.
Not a terrible idea.
Judah Krieger is the glue that's kept us all together over the years, and with good reason. Anyone who can command Moreno and Johnson in the same unit without somebody getting fragged is one hell of a leader. Krieger was polite and kind, but never warm. He always did his best to make me feel welcome in the group. I think he did it out of a sense of loyalty to my father. Loyalty means a lot to Judah. Not loyalty to the Enclave, or even the ideals they fought for, but to the people who served with him.
They're loyal to you, too.
Sometimes I wonder how much of my father they see in me. They went through a lot together, but my family went through it too. I'm glad they've watched out for me all these years. Maybe someday I can return the favor.
But yeah, Judah always seemed pretty nice. Okay, the last one is outside of Novak. Now, I do remember Daisy now. It's just been a really long time since I've come to talk to any of the people in Novak. Okay, which... Oh, is it this one? Yes. It's so dark in here. Oh, she's sleeping. Daisy!
They say those robots on the street. Your travels been going all right?
They've been pretty good. You can wake up now. But Arcade asked me to find you. I'm reuniting the Remnants. And they'll need your piloting skills.
Told you everything about us, did he? Well, it's been a while since I've had my hands on the controls of a vertibird. There's a chance I could crash us in the middle of Lake Mead. That place seems to attract aircraft for some reason.
It's true.
But if I get one more chance to fly, count me in. I'll be there. My part of the passphrase is dear.
I am gonna ask her, because she talked about being a pilot a lot, but she never told me it was an Enclave pilot.
I was never happier than when I was in the cockpit. I was able to go just about anywhere and everywhere, limited only by the fuel I could carry. There were more than a few missions where I took the scenic route home just so I could stay in the air. Caught hell for it every time, but worth it. Some of the things we did were questionable, I know. That's just how it was back then. Figure I've done enough good to make up for any sins, anyhow. Watch your six out there.
I know you all have your reasons. Not saying the Enclave is really good. Once again, I said fascinating. I didn't say great people in every way. But Daisy's pretty cool.
Since my mother died, Daisy's been the only woman in my life. She was the only other woman close to my father, too. She flew him out on over a dozen missions, including his last. I've always been close to Daisy. There have been some good men along the way, but lovers make poor confidants. Daisy never had children of her own, so she was always there to listen. Being in the Enclave didn't mean much to her. She just loved to fly. It broke her heart to be grounded.
I am so sorry that Rex is levitating in front of your face right now. Yeah, it was an important part of her life. Why shouldn't she enjoy it?
As screwed up as it sounds, at least she was a part of something. Granted, it was something admittedly pretty bad, but it was something. If you spent the first half of your life flying Enclave troopers in a vertibird, I suppose picking over pre-war rocket parts doesn't quite compare.
Oh, Rex is just having problems today. We'll go this way. But no, the Enclave did do damage. They pretty much did not care about any of the other stuff going on pre-war. They were just trying to save themselves so that they could pretty much keep America going. It's kind of like the Illuminati, but no, it's just kind of like the Illuminati. An underground secret society that, you know, nobody's talking about. Controlling everything. Yeah. It's outside of Rangers Station Foxtrot, but as we know, when you're up in this mountain area, everything is very confusing. So let's hope that that is a good direction, because I am excited to get everybody together. Okay, well, leaving Foxtrot in between Jacobstown, it's probably Mantis, right? It's always Mantis.
Cessation of hostilities complete.
Makes sense. Mantises like pine trees. Or at least I've heard stories of people's Christmas trees being left in certain places or inside too long, and then praying mantises hatch out of them. Have you noticed every time the mantises happen, I get really excited? I love praying mantises.
Guys dealt with.
I don't want them to hurt me, you know, after nuclear mutations.
Steady. Fighty.
Okay, here it is. Here it is. How the heck is
That's
it that...
all.
Yeah, exactly. How is it that this thing's been here the whole time, and I just...
What's going on?
Sometimes I feel unobservant and stupid. I mean, do you know how many times I've played this game? No, because we've never been on this adventure together. Whoa. Whoa. Ah. Dear old friends, remember Navarro. Okay. Yeah, it looks like a Brotherhood of Steel bunker, which makes sense. But it worries me, because that's easy to get lost in. Ooh. Is there room to explore? Whoa. Oh, is there power armor? Okay. I was concerned. I was like, oh no, what'd they do now? Oh my god, they do have a vertibird! Excuse me while I can't have anything? Okay, they better let me check that out in a bit. Oh my god, we're getting into something I don't understand. Do we hit the button or do... Okay, we're good. Whoa! That was really quick. Everybody pushed me in. Hello everybody, I have gathered you here. Arcade, what do I tell them? What do I do? Do I just start talking? We got a sink in here. Hi.
Krieger's the officer here, not me.
Okay, okay,
Final
okay.
say on the plan is up to him.
Okay.
Glad to see you made it here all right. So, who are we going up against?
That's a lot of interesting questions. Now, if they're okay with it, I would like to help the NCR hold the dam. The plan is to let them hold the dam. Okay? I cannot tell them the rest of it, apparently, but just to fill everybody else in, once you do that, you can kind of tell them, no. Yes, man's in charge. And, he can take you guys out. It is threatening. It is not great. I don't know if there's an ending you can feel very great about in New Vegas. Or, really, any Fallout game. Okay, no, I take that back. In Fallout 3, we do get the water chip. So, I mean, happy endings do exist for areas sometimes. But I don't know what I'm doing. So if I screw up the whole playthrough, this is where it happened.
Then that's the plan. We're gonna have a problem with Moreno, though. He won't like that we're helping the NCR. You'll have to talk to him.
I understand that. I really hope there's a way of explaining to him that I have Yes Man. If not, I don't want to redo the whole quest, but could I activate Yes Man and then tell them all about it? But don't worry. I'll talk to him.
You've got only one chance at this. I know Moreno. Once he's made up his mind about something, there's no changing it. My words, won't be long before the Legion and NCR...
This is gonna suck, isn't it? Let's take some Mentats.
Howdy.
I didn't come all the way out here just so we could save the fucking NCR. I'm out.
The Remnants come in, gun blazing, showing the NCR how it's done. You don't want that?
I can't believe you've actually talked me into this. Fine, I'm in. But don't expect me to hold my fire if any NCR troops get in the way.
I saw nothing.
Thanks for doing this. Getting them all back together again. I'll be honest. When Moreno started going off, I didn't think we'd all be walking out of there in one piece. I still don't know how this is all going to shake out in the end. But at least the Enclave can atone a bit for all the damage it's done.
I'm gonna try my best to make it so the NCR does not have full rule either, okay? Thank you so much, and you've certainly done your part.
I've been wondering about Daisy and the others for so long, I still haven't figured out what I should do. I mean, I'm not like them. I was born at Navarro, and my father served with them, but I wasn't really part of the Enclave. It seems presumptuous of me to think I could join the fight, even if this is a cause worth fighting for. Because I know when fighting breaks out at the dam, all hell is going to break loose in Freeside. They're going to need every doctor they can get.
Well, I don't really know what your dad did, so I'm not sure what it is that they might think you should be doing. But if you think it's gonna be a bloodbath, maybe you should stay in Freeside.
I honestly didn't expect you to say that. When I talked to you about Daisy and the others, you seem to put a lot of value in loyalty to the past. What's changed since then?
You were born at Navarro. But you're your own man, and you have to fight, and you have your own fight. If that is what you need to do, that's what you need to do. I'm not all about preserving the past, but they lived in it. And they don't have much longer in this world that we have now. They can at least help make it a little bit better. I promise you, we're gonna put Yes Man in. And like I said, if I screw up the whole playthrough, this is where it happens. So, you do what you need to do.
True enough, I suppose. Getting them back together must be worth more than me spraying plasma all over the dam. Back to Freeside it is. I need to make a stop before I settle in. I'll be back in a while. Thanks again for your help. It means a lot to me.
No problem. Okay, well, that's fine.
That tower on the strip, the one you can see for miles, I hear it ain't sealed up no more.
I love that he told that to Rex. He's like, I'm done with this lady. I'm talking to the cyberdog. Well, I'm not sure where he went. He said he'd catch up. I'm gonna guess that we'll talk to him before some stuff. You're barking a lot, Rex. Is it because I'm wearing the valance on my head still? Oh, he's back.
Like I said, I needed to go do something. This is it. It belonged to my father. I thought I might wear it at Hoover Dam, but after you talked me out of it, I didn't see the point in hanging on to it any longer. I'm here because of you, so I figured you're the one most deserving of it. It should protect you from everything short of a plasma caster. And if you need anything at all, you know where to find me.
Okay. I'm really honored. Thank you so much, because I'm pretty sure I know what you're about to give me. And I think it's his dad's power armor. I will take good care of it.
It's the least I could do. All I ask is that you put it to good use. This place has lived in the shadow of Caesar for long enough. I may not be the one to help stop him here, but you are. Fortis fortuna adiuvat. Good luck. And goodbye.
Well, I hope he gets there safe. He's gonna help a lot of people. And that's what's important. I'm gonna miss him, though. Well, we're gonna save that. I could run around in it. But I don't know if I could fix it, and we're not gonna risk that. So let's go put it up safe in the Lucky 38 for now. Well, I put up the power armor and I grabbed Veronica, but it actually didn't finish the quest because I have to tell Judah that Orion's cool. Even though he could have just gone out the door, but I guess, hey, Orion looks a little scary when he's upset and in power armor, so I get that. I get that. Either way, we're gonna go ahead and finish the quest, and also, I'm hoping Daisy will teach me how to use the power armor because I thought Veronica could, but she can't. I looked. Either way, Veronica's fun to have around, so that's fine. Okay, back at the Remnants bunker with Veronica, who has to probably... Yeah, she probably doesn't have anything programmed in this, but wouldn't she be losing her absolute crud right now?
Moreno's a stubborn son of a bitch, but he's also tougher than any of us. I'm glad you were able to talk him into staying. Since Whitman will be staying with the vertibird, she's offered to give her old suit of power armor to you. You'll need special training to use it properly, so talk to her as soon as you get the chance.
Okay, well, I will talk to her then.
The training might take several hours, so keep that in mind.
Understood. Does that also mean that I get two? Are they compatible? Can I fix the, Gannon family one?
I appreciate you keeping Orion in the group. Since I won't be needing my armor, makes the cockpit a bit cramped, you should take it. It'll take a few hours to show you how to use it properly, so let's get started.
Alright. And now I can use power armor, and yes, I do have the other one. And that finishes it. I don't know how to say that, so I'm not gonna butcher it. But thank you so much for watching. I'm not entirely sure what we'll be up to next episode. We could run around with Veronica and do some more things if I find out. But I will definitely be up to something, and I hope you'll join me then. Alright, I'm gonna go do my thing, and you can go do yours, which I hope is having a great day. Alright, bye! Veronica, I did get you something on my travels that I think you'll enjoy.
You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
No, just wait.
Hey, a dress.
Yes,
Thank you. I am totally trying this on later.
take your time. I just knew that you'd like it. And I have one so we can match.